mama's in the living room watching Judge Judy. I'm in the kitchen eating leftover sushi, and she yells, "Oh, girl, you gotta hear this one." A man was arrested for running a theme park, and when they said, "Where's your license?" he said, "My dog ate it." Oh, you can't make this shit up. Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, "Girl, you gotta hear this one." Mama loves to laugh at how absurd life is, says it's all a comedy and I'm her audience. And I love the way she makes fun of the world. She said, "You'll never guess who sued their girlfriend. It was a man who didn't get us out of the bed. He said, I've been through hell and now I need some help. You just can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up." Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, "Girl, you gotta hear this one."
Hey everybody, it's Squid. Welcome back to the channel. Big news today. I finally got my Legal Vices shirt after ordering it in December. I got it Saturday. Life is good. Life is good. Minus the fact that I miss him. Side note, total mom mode today. I have no makeup on whatsoever. So if I look a little shiny, a good moisturizer and some anti-wrinkle serum. But other than that, I'm in total mom mode. We worked out today. Like, we didn't even get to go to the gym today because the little one has decided that she likes to get up between 1 and 3:30 a.m. and doesn't like to go back to sleep very easily. So when she finally does go back to sleep, she sleeps in. So my alarm went off to go to the gym at 7 a.m. Not waking her up. My alarm went off again at 7:15, 7:30 to go to the gym at 8:15. Still sleeping. I'm like, you know what? So I got ready and we did a garage gym workout today. Then we went to run errands like we do on Mondays, and life is crazy. Also, for those of you who are totally into that kind of thing, I got Mr. Squid's birthday or Christmas present in today. One is his, one is mine. He gets to choose which one he gets home, which one he wants. So I have both of those that came in the mail today too. Life is good. Life is good. And hi everybody. I'm sorry that I am not saying hi to the chat. I am in total mom mode today. Like, my brain is not even attached to a computer. Like, I have not done anything. And I love this shirt too. See, I ordered it. There was something like it was on back order or something. And then they didn't send it for a while. They emailed me and apologized and then sent it to the wrong house. But when I went to the other house to go get it, it wasn't there. Had no idea. Haven't heard anything for months. And then all of a sudden it just showed up at my door. But it's just the shirt. Like, I got my tumbler and all my other stuff in a normal time frame. So it's just the shirt. But it showed up and I was like, Mr. Squid gets the package, brings it in the house, and looks at me like, "Bitch, what'd you order now?" Because, you know, it's the first of the month. It's the subscribe and save order from Amazon and everything. He just looks at me like, "What else did you order?" And it was this. I was like, in my defense, I ordered this last year. Um, like, yes, quid pro quo. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you awesome people. Hit that like button too. It's totally free. Thanks for reminding me of that. I always forget to tell people to hit the like button. Before we get started on the documents that we have today, there is a couple of streams that I'm going to do this week. That one I'm really interested in, but second that we I think needs to be talked about. We have today's stream, we have tomorrow's stream with Spawn and My Pretty and all of the fun stuff where that's the stream where we talk about the drama because they know way more about it than I do. And they are how I get my information on the craziness. Although I do know about Lynette's crazy interview with Volpe that, like, dude, third party contact. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. we're going to sorry, I just saw Roy's comment. I do a stream every morning when I wake up. Yeah, or if you're of a certain age, multiple times in the middle of the night. Just saying, it happens. Also, Wednesday is going to be any updates from the documents in this case, combined with Spawn and I talking something aviation, either continuing the Halo accident from New York or trying to figure out where the fuck the money went. Because I've learned one thing in all of these big cases, big headline news things, follow the money. If you can figure out where the money went, that's where the heart of the drama is. Like, that is where the heart of the drama, because I'm just telling y'all, it's always about the money with this Tylenol and autism thing. The makers of Tylenol have like lost $2.6 billion. So it's less about the science, I believe. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but it's less about the science and more about the money. So yeah, but here's the yeah, but they're like but this is the easiest and the most easily provable form of third party contact, because the others is like behind the scenes, like text messages, this and that. This is on YouTube and telling everybody that this is third party contact and you don't care. This is like the most obvious, no investigation required. Here's the proof on a YouTube channel. When someone says they've been contacting, like, oh my goodness. It's you can finally send a message. It took me forever. What happened? Did YouTube unsubscribe you? Or did you unsubscribe yourself? Because that happens every now and then. I have a 3-year-old who will randomly unsubscribe me from things or subscribe me to things. It's weird. So sometimes when I'm unsubscribed, I don't know if it's YouTube or the little. Anyway, Friday might be a stream that some people are interested in, and then some people are like, I'm not even getting anywhere near that. So I've seen in the news right versus left headlines of release the Epstein files, blah de blah, this and that, and then the right coming back with just the right influencers, not politicians, but influencers, showing a headline: liberal judge denies, release of transcripts. I actually have, why I didn't think of this sooner, I don't know, but all that shit's on Pacer. So what did I do? I went searching, and we're going to look at how the government requested and what they requested to be released. And it's more than just a headline, because the judge's response is 14 pages. The judge just didn't write a 1-page order saying no. So we're going to look in not only what did the government actually ask for and how they asked, because sometimes phrasing and how you ask for things, especially in the legal world, really makes a difference. So we're going to look at that, and then we're going to get into the 14-page document of the judge that denied the release of the transcripts and check to see if it's legal grandstanding, if there's actually a legal grounds, or it's just grandstanding and partisan politics. So instead of listening to the headlines, we are going to yeah, there is a judge in New York who shot down the uh, Ghislaine Maxwell transcripts, and then this judge in Eastern Virginia who shot down the Epstein ones. So we're going to look beyond the headlines because that's what we do, and actually look at the documents themselves and maybe some of the case law, and try to get beyond what you hear, just headline versus headline, left talking point versus right talking point. The truth is somewhere in the middle, and that's what we're going for. So we should also start a pool to see how long Lynette lasts in depot. Oh my goodness. How I give it 5 minutes before there's a sound bite. Like a sound bite that will be used on multiple people's streams, or someone will make into merch. Like another my mom died but didn't die, or my anxiety is over the roof, something like that. I don't know if she will break down at any point. However, there will be sound bites galore, and I kind of can't wait. 2 minutes. Okay. All right, so let's get into these documents. And usually I'm a lot more prepared for a Monday than I am, but I've been diving down some rabbit holes, and now we have a new rabbit hole to dive down in the sense of the VA and their mental health care, considering yesterday's incident and the incident in the marina in North Carolina are both, and an incident in Maine, are all combat vets with PTSD, who decided to something who decided to do something. So we are going to look into that, and that is a deep, because I have an actual like VA health, my eHealth, or my Healthy Gov, or whatever the fuck they're calling it now. I feel like they change it. My Healthy Vet, they change it every 2 days or so, because they seem to change it so often. I have decided to kind of deep dive on that website and see if I can find anything, because of the fact that I have a va.gov login, for many, many reasons, but the main being is I'm 90% service connected, and that's where I go through to get all of my base. You are not, yeah, you are not a nice person too. More of that. Let's see. And I'm just checking the docket to make sure that there is no new information that I'm missing. Okay. And there was a response to Kezi's motion to dismiss that I somehow did not download. So we're going to do that one too, but we'll get to the quick ones first. Maybe. The affidavit, for just in case anybody needs it, we have the actual proof of service. Oh, there we go. Just in case anybody needs it. There we go. And it's just amazing. Substituted at residence by leaving a copy of the dwelling of the house or unusual place of abode of the person being served with a member of the household over the age of 18. So his stepmother. I mean, come on. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, you have to be such a piece of crap person to not take accountability for your own actions that your stepmother has to be the one to accept service for you on your behalf. I mean, I, I, you just can't make this shit up. This is the kind of person, like, grow a pair. Grow a pair. And we're going to get to grow a pair part 2 in just a second. But, like, y'all. And here we go. Substitute service was accomplished by delivering a true copy of the summons together with a copy of the initial pleadings as stated above in the address in Jacksonville, Florida. The defendant, Mr. Richard Luthman, confirmed he received these documents the very next day by posting it online in a YouTube video called Unknown by Dick and Volpe. End of statement. I mean, now... Sorry, y'all. Like, sometimes you ever, like, wonder how some people can just be so devoid of common sense and basic human decency that, like, and you also now can't claim you didn't get it because you put it on a fucking YouTube video. Like, just please, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Like, you really, I mean, I just wanted to show this document just for a, yeah, that was before yesterday's incident. That was, I think, on Saturday. So, there was that one. That's the one in North Carolina that I was talking about. And then there was one in Maine, not recent, well, maybe not recently, but like a few weeks ago. That was another veteran with PTSD. And it's just this guy yesterday in the church. I have a theory on motive. And part of it is unaliving by cop, self-deletion by cop, which is sad in itself. But I have more thoughts than that. But that's the only thing that I can literally talk about. But that one wasn't new because the VA is such a shitty system. And this is the people, like, when people say they want government health care, I'm like, be careful what you wish for, because I have government health care and I had to file a complaint to find out I needed brain surgery. So if, my give a shit about the VA and government health care is like, I have a thing about government healthcare. It sucks, and no one can prove otherwise because I actually use government healthcare. I've had government healthcare since I got out. Well, since I basically all of my adult life, between the military and then the VA system, and it royally. Some things about it are great. However, the mental health side of things is not so great, because if you don't take command of your own mental health and you make phone calls and you send the secure messaging and you make sure that you are seen, you can easily fall through the cracks, especially when you're doing something like art therapy. And I know this specifically because this is currently going on. You're doing something like art therapy and you need another, or you choose to do another class and you forget to message someone back, and 4 months later you still haven't heard anything about redoing or signing up for another art therapy class, because there's different ones. There's like stress management, different kinds of things. So 4 months later, I'm still not signed up for a new class. No one has contacted me. And it's just kind of like, you ever, like, if I do art therapy kind of thing on my own whenever I'm feeling stressed. I grab my notebook and I start writing, or I start drawing or something. However, that's because I'm proactive about it, and I make sure that I stay on top of things, and I also stay on top of things with my primary care, with, like, my depression medication. However, if you're not one to stay on top of your and be proactive about it, which PTSD not to generalize, but some people I have personally seen with PTSD, um, are in denial that they have PTSD, even though they've been diagnosed. So they won't reach out for help, and the VA, you can easily fall through the cracks, and I have a theory. I have to do some research, but I have a theory that these individuals fell through the cracks and weren't getting the help they need. Yeah, VA takes so long to get appointments, but when I get them, the doctors are great. Well, here I either have to drive to Augusta, or they send me to recent or community care because they can't get me in. You know, yeah. Mr. Squid refuses to get go through the VA for anything, but I kind of have to, considering I get VA disability money, so it's just, hey, just another Cajun Joe. How are you? Haven't seen you in a long time. Oh, I'm loving the picture. Free government health care for all, predecessor to population control. And there we can go back and forth, and this isn't exactly the stream for it, but I have theories. Being a VA patient and being gaslit by VA doctors about my neck and my head for years, when they told me that my headaches were all in my head, like I was faking them, it's like, well, it wasn't all in my head. It was in my spinal cord because my brain was falling out of my head. And here, getting to Ballless Wonder Part 2, um, motion for substitute service of process by email. And once I get through with this, I have to go run and do something for the little right now because she's giving me that look. Comes now, Elephant Shoe LLC, by and through undersigned counsel, pursuant to Rule 4E of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, and hereby respectfully moves this court to authorize substitute service of process by email on Milltown's Worst. I call him Milltown's Worst because I am Milltown's best. I'm just kidding. I joke like that, but he's definitely yeah. And Kirby, there's some great people within every VA. Like, they go into, and the average like provider never goes into the VA with like and I hate veterans, or I hate, I'm going to treat this person like crap. However, it's the process of everything. Just like big government, big healthcare sucks too. And the bigger healthcare gets, the more it sucks. Hey, Patrick, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while either. Ugh. Here and after Teschendorf, who is evading service of process? In support of this motion, plaintiff states as follows. Plaintiff filed the initial complaint naming Teschendorf in the action on February 23rd of 2025. Plaintiff made diligent, repeated attempts to serve Teschendorf with the summons. An initial complaint with 4 initial attempts being made at a location known to belong to Teschendorf by State Process Server Inc. in Wauwatosa. Say that, well, never mind. At each attempt, there was no answer, despite process server's card being left. See Exhibit 1. After that, private investigative services were engaged in this matter, and 3 other locations were located for Teschendorf, who, on his YouTube channel, and on Defendant Lee's YouTube channel, just yesterday, can be seen taunting Hale that he has not been served. Okay, Mama Mo, well, Lynn, that's the problem. The VA is free for a lot of veterans, and it sucks. That's the thing. Government-run healthcare here sucks. Like, government-run healthcare here is the VA system, and it sucks. So we're not talking about private healthcare. We're talking about the government's healthcare system, which is the VA, and it blows. It's too big for its britches and can't handle everything that it's mm. You need the Gen X answer to that. He's Milltown's second best. Everyone else is tied for first. Yeah. Oh, I believe my dad would be Milltown's best. My cousins, my aunts, uncles, you know, nieces, nephews, well, kind of, little cousins. Like that's those are my yeah. I used to think that the VA was great until I realized that they didn't care. And it was just easier to refill prescriptions than actually examine the patient. It's the epitome of you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. I just refer to your sweatshirt in your avatar because I'm jealous. So I'm just gonna say I don't care. Thanks. All right. Um, what you don't do is if you're going to taunt somebody for not being served and then try to play victim, just don't put it on the internet. Do it to your family and friends if you have any. Do it to your significant other. Joke around with your significant other. Do not put that shit on the internet. Like, don't put that shit on the internet and make it so damn easy. So damn easy. Just it is it a generational thing where it's like I grew up without the internet, so it eh, I mean it's just it's just a I just don't understand the need to put everything and every opinion you've ever had in your life on the freaking internet. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. Yes, I talk a lot about things going on, but y- you every opinion I have does not go on the internet. Especially when I do or don't my opinions on people and certain people that aren't in court documents. Court documents, you're leaving yourself open to be talked about. However, I don't other than these people that are named in court documents, I don't talk about random people because it you don't know my opinions on people because I like to keep it that way. Because not everything needs to go on the internet. Like not everything needs to go out on the internet. And this is one of them. If you're no matter how you feel inside about something, not everything needs to go on the damn internet. Like taunting Hales that you hadn't been served yet while trying to explain to the judge that no, I'm not evading service. Oh, it just makes the head hurt because like the logic just it it's just things that make you go, what the fuck? I mean, is that a generational thing where it's just like the younger you are, the more shit you put on the internet that's personal and should be kept yeah, the level of delusion. Somebody spiked the Delulu lemonade. Like, oh, good thing I didn't there's okay. Sorry, I have to return a text message. So, I just got the text that Mr. Squid got 3 dozen farm fresh eggs. I'm like, "Yay, I don't have to buy eggs for a while." Ugh. Squid internet replaced the party line phone. If you think about it, party line was where all the dirty laundry was aired. That's a good point. I never thought about it like that. Uh, yeah, remember ASL where you'd like go online and they would ask ASL and generally you would tell the well, you wouldn't exactly tell the truth. But you would, you know, Lynette is 63 and she puts everything. Good point. There's another thing. Yes, this one. Hey, Lindy, how are you? Ah, it okay, it's not just me. It's going out of their way to get any kind of echo chamber, blind agreement, rubber stamping. I know. The thing that I do miss about before we bought this house, the other house that we were living in, um, had a um we had chickens. We had to give them away when we moved. So we we don't started buying eggs from the grocery store and you realize how much they suck. They're not bad, but like they're not farm fresh eggs or backyard eggs. Anyway, also, and Teschendorf has also stated that he wants to be a part of this litigation on Teschendorf's own YouTube channel. In late June 2025, a resident at a location known to belong to Teschendorf told the process server that Teschendorf does not live there and then quickly closed the door. Completed by Vincent Samataro. I received within process on June 25th, 2025, and that after due diligent effort, I have been unable to serve said person. The following itemization of the dates and times of attempted details of the efforts required to effect service. I'm not going to show the address, even though public information, it's a public document. So on August 12th, Teschendorf posted a video on his own YouTube channel, demonstrated full awareness of this pending litigation by commenting on and showing to viewers document number 96 in this case. Ooh, with the YouTube videos. Oh, I love when YouTube videos are actually put in the, not just the thumbnails, but like the actual videos, because now it opens the judge to being able to watch those videos. You put a thumbnail in, and I'm not sure, um, like, yeah, this right here. Your wish is Hale's command. It's it's one of those situations where it's like, I am not a lawyer, so I am unaware of the ethical issues involved in just because you put a thumbnail, the judge being able to go look, because the judge can't do any outside investigation. So just a thumbnail may or may not open that's definitely a Larry Foreman question. But like this opens them up to clicking on the YouTube video because it is not only just the cop link, it is hyperlinked. So now the judge can see for himself. On August 15th, Teschendorf, upon being advised that a request to waive service was being sent to him, posted a video on his own YouTube channel stating, "Plaintiff just wants to serve Dave with court papers, but here's what where the law is clear. Refusing to waive service is not evading service. Under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 4D, a defendant has the right to decline a waiver and require formal service. There's no penalty for exercising that right beyond the possibility of paying the cost of service. That's it." Um, okay. Okay. Between August 13th and September 8th, 3 additional attempts were made to personally serve Teschendorf. With each attempt failing and resulting in no answer, the process server assigned by the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office concluded subject is avoiding per webcast. The Exhibit 3. Oh, you Milwaukee County Sheriffs, they love to be able to do stupid shit. Like, no offense to anybody who might be a Milwaukee County Sheriff's officer or deputy, but I used to work at the airport. I worked with y'all every day. When you got the chance to be an asshole to somebody, you went above and beyond the call of duty. You weren't an asshole if it wasn't required. However, I've seen y'all act a fool sometimes, and sometimes sometimes it was on my behalf, and I greatly appreciated it. However, because some passengers be getting too big for their britches on these airplanes, if you know what I mean. But y'all, I would have paid good money to see that whole situation go down. Just saying. Due to the above, plaintiff has reason to believe Teschendorf is deliberately evading service of process. And here's the thing, Dave, because I know you're probably going to watch this because you're one of those people who tries to watch everything I do to look for evidence of me talking shit about you or, things you've accused me of that I haven't done because I don't give enough of a rat's ass about you to want to have anything to do with you. However, he's going to sue you no matter if it's in this case or is by yourself. So just grow a pair of balls. Stop acting like a beta male. Stop acting like a bottom bitch. Get your shit together and accept service. Just saying. Ugh. Here's there you go. All right. For plaintiff knowledge that Tessendorf has regularly uses the email Milltown's Best One at Gmail for business and personal communications. Business. It's a business email. Just like the one I put in chat is a business email. It's a business email. When you have a YouTube channel, whether you like it or not, you are a small business. Email recently sent to the present by co-defendant Mr. Bonebreak Jr., a copy being attached to Exhibit 4. Requests for waiver of service pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 4D were emailed and sent via USPS priority mail to Teschendorf. The email was sent to Milltown's Best One at Gmail and was not rejected. Teschendorf was thus advised in advance via this email of what was being sent to him, and the result was that USPS mail was returned to plaintiff's attorney marked refused. See Exhibit 6. Oh, I love all the exhibits. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 4E1 permits service of process on an individual by following state law for serving a summons in an action brought in a court of general jurisdiction in the state where the district court is located or where service is made. Both Florida and Wisconsin laws, yes, because Wisconsin is the Florida of the North, permit substitute service when a defendant is evading service of process. Statute 48.181 in Florida and Wisconsin Statute 801.11. Federal courts have the authority to order alternative means of service that are reasonably calculated to provide notice to the defendant. Courts have consistently upheld email service as meeting due process requirements when it is demonstrated that this method is likely to reach the defendant. And it's like, here's the thing. He knows about this lawsuit. It's not like he's trying to be like, oh, I don't know who's trying to serve me. I'm scared to answer the door. I'm scared for this or my personal safety and all of this, all of this stuff. That he knows about this lawsuit. He knows, he showed the documents. Yes, so how is refusing the mail not evading service? That's a very good question. That's the lawyer question that I can't answer, but that's one of the many questions that comes up. It's that Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 4D, whatever that truly says. But it's still shit that just makes you. And Kirby, I got it. Thank you. I will add that to my to-do list. I have fallen down so many rabbit holes lately that I need new climbing gear. I'm just saying, new climbing gear because I'm starting to not be able to get out of these very easily. For example, in Global Impacts Inc. versus Specialty Fibers LLC, Northern District of Georgia, 2015, the court authorized email service after determining that it was a reliable means of delivering the complaint and summons, and that it was reasonably calculated to give the defendant notice of an opportunity to respond. Similarly, in Mapping Your Future Inc. versus Mapping Your Future Services, District of South Dakota, 2009, the court emphasized that email service must be reasonably calculated to apprise the defendant of the action and afford an opportunity to present objections, provided it is not prohibited by international agreement and is authorized by the court. Service by email satisfies the constitutional due process requirements because it is reasonably calculated under the above circumstances to apprise the defendant of the pendency of the action and afford an opportunity to present objections. You're fine. I'm not mad. It's just, I'm not mad at all because I like to know what you guys are interested in, because if y'all are interested in something that I'm interested in, then we have content. Because sometimes I have content that I want to do that I'm interested in and I find fascinating, but some people are like the NTSB stuff. I find that shit fascinating. Being Mr. Squid having a degree in aeronautical engineering and my background in aviation, his background in aviation, my family's background in aviation. I find that fascinating. Plus it is where the money went. However, not everybody, because those are like my least watched streams, but they're the most interesting to me. So not everybody is interested, but if y'all send me stuff that you're interested in and I look into it and I'm like, oh hell yeah, that's interesting as hell, the content kind of writes itself. And hey Shane, don't use climbing gear, you have an aviation expert quite familiar. Build a plane and fly above it all. I have my plane right here. This is my 717. Yeah, catapult launch system to get out of there. Yeah, I'll have to talk to some of my my Fly One guys. See if I can get a catapult. Because like my climbing gear to get out of some of these rabbit holes just ain't working. Mr. Squid used to be the rabbit hole kind of person who I wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. He'd still be awake. And it'd be like, why are you awake? Oh, I felt, I went down a rabbit hole. Now that's me. I guess it comes with age, right? But not every rabbit hole that I fall down, I drag you guys with me. But Friday, that might be a whole thing too, the Epstein stuff, because I have the leaked copy of his black book. Not showing it because it's got names and addresses in it that I would be yeeted off of YouTube so fast and probably Clintoned by the end of the week. However, I have depositions and transcripts and things like that, and I'm starting to dig through all of that stuff to find or to prove or disprove headlines that I've seen. Service by email is particularly appropriate in this case because Teschendorf regularly uses the email address. Previous communications with Teschendorf at this email address have been successful. Teschendorf has demonstrated awareness of this pending litigation by his own videos broadcasted on his YouTube channel. And traditional methods of service have been unsuccessful due to Teschendorf's evasion. Hey, Southern Red Sox girl, how are you? Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requested this court grant this motion for substitute service of process by email, authorize plaintiff to serve the summons, complaint, and all subsequent pleadings and papers upon defendant Teschendorf by email, deem such service complete upon plaintiff's filing of proof that the email was sent and not returned as undeliverable, and grant such other and further relief as this court deems just and proper. I mean, it's a business. It's the business email. Like, and when you know it works, sucks to be you. Certification of service. Here we go. Affidavit of non-service. There's all the places where he's been served, which we're not going to we're going to skip over, even though it's public information, because I was able to find these without much trouble. I don't have any sponsors for any of my videos. However, if like Incognito or Delete Me would love to sponsor me, I use both Incognito and Delete Me. Because when you Google yourself, there is a shit ton of information out there that you would have never assumed would be on the internet. And using Delete Me, holy crap. So I am not sponsored by them. However, I do use them. And if they would like to sponsor me, y'all, that would be fucking amazing. It's never going to happen because I'm too tiny for that. But if, yeah, I use Delete Me. It's great. And it's much cheaper than like Aura. Just if you're looking for something like that. But Google yourself. Because if you Google yourself, you're like, what the hell? So when people are like, oh, how'd you find this information on me? It's really not hard because the internet is forever and it sucks. Yeah. I think there's a course where they can publish it in an announcement or a classified section of a local newspaper and service is considered done. Yeah. Would they sponsor you? There's no trace of you. Hey, Freckled. What bullshittery is happening today? Alternative service done by alternative service to get Teschendorf serviced or served. That if you didn't know we were talking about a legal case, this would sound really, really weird. And Lady Jen, I did not forget about this. Member for 4 months. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great weekend, Squid prayers. Thank you. It was a good weekend. Yeah. I generally don't. Yeah. He didn't use. Well, he has. The thing is like when you look online, there's multiple addresses for people. It's just figuring out which is the right one. So, and having the address that someone supposedly lives at and being told that yes, they actually live there. I've seen them leave or, come into the house or leave the house is different because like when I was in the military, I still used my parents' address. Even though I lived 1,000 miles away, my residence and my home of record, if you looked me up on the internet, which the internet at that time was like, this was 2004, was still kind of not as easy to find things as it is now. But if you looked me back up in 2004, you would have gotten my parents' address, not my address that I actually lived at. You would have gotten the state of residence, not like I'm a resident of this certain state, but I technically live because I'm military. So it's complicated. So just because someone lives in an address, sometimes you need physical proof that yes, they live there. All the times when we were renting, moving around, Mr. Squid still had some of his mail go to his parents' house. He didn't live there, but that was the address that he wouldn't have to constantly be doing changes of address all the damn time. So it's one of those situations where just because someone is attached to an address doesn't mean they live there. So it is a little complicated in that sense. So, yeah. Hey, Red Rose, and how are you? Thanks for all the lurkers for dropping a comment in. It's very helpful. I'm not sure. I've heard that rumor. I have not seen anything for myself in the actual paperwork. However, the paperwork is legal mumbo jumbo and confusing. So I appreciate the effort. Yeah, in this too. Freckle Ginger brings up a really good point. People tend to turn on the people they know for money. As gross as that is, it's true. Yeah. So it's kind of one of them situations. Hey, Andrea. It's just one of those situations where just because someone's attached to an address doesn't mean they actually live there. They could own the house and rent it out, kind of a situation, which another would put them at an address, but it's not their physical address. It's just, you know, oh, thank you. Just in case then. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Lurker comments. I love the lurker comments. Thank you guys. And I know not everybody can participate in chat and not everybody is a chat kind of person. So the fact that YouTube is kind of even got it out there somehow that YouTube is messing with the lurkers. It's like, especially if you're watching on a TV, like it's not easy to comment when you're watching on your your living room TV. I get it. It sucks, but I appreciate the help. Yeah. Also, it isn't against the law to offer money for information. That's true too. So, all right, there we go. From Luthman, Jeremy, you're really a pathological. That was a. This is redacted in the document. This was not me redacting. Dear David Teschendorf, please see attached, which is also being sent to you via U.S. mail, U.S. first class mail with the priority service. Did it die? Yep, you gotta plug it in. Angel bug. That's not plugged in. You gotta. Okay. Hold on 1 second. She plays music and walks away, and it dies. Like, you want to plug it in?
Yep.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off my camera so you don't see my big old butt. And I'm gonna plug this in real quick. Baby squid raid. Angel bug, do you need water?
Yep.
Can you go bring me your water so I can see? Or are you just gonna steal mine? Oh, there we go. You silly girl. All right. Especially when he avoids the service by ignoring it. Yes. T for 2 is stalking me. still lurking, still working. I appreciate the lurkers. Like, and that's what I hate. Like, they are attempting to not just screw over the creator themselves, but like the please stop messing with my power supply. But they're messing with the people who lurk, and it's like, y'all, because now it's like go in and comment. It's like, but I don't comment. I don't like chat. Like, chat's not my place. I'm working. I'm busy. And now they're interrupting y'all's day to try to help the create. It's just they try to change things and they make things worse. But Ninja Puppy, thanks for the $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate you. And I do appreciate all the support and all the likes and the super chats when I get them, and like I appreciate you guys. It never goes unnoticed or unappreciated, because without watchers, I wouldn't have a channel. Like, what's the point of having a channel if nobody watches? So it's just one of those, you know. Hey, Silver Fox, it's so good to see you. Offering a bounty suggests he didn't know the address, or maybe he did, so the bounty was just content. Well, he knew the address, but also it's one thing to know the address, but it's weird to like, I know he's at this address, prove it. Like, and he wants information that he might not have. So it makes sense. So, yeah. Mama's good. I don't know you. I pick on your kid and she picks back. Yes, Freckle Ginger is my resident rage quitter. And I love her for that. All right. It's like this is sent to you via US mail. And this was the a lawsuit has been commenced against you. Copy of the complaint is attached to this notice. It's been filed in the U.S. District Court from the Northern District of Florida, and the case number. This is not a formal summons or notification from the court, but rather a request that you sign and return the enclosed waiver of service in order to save the cost of serving you with a judicial summons and additional copy of the complaint. And the cost of service will be avoided if I receive a signed copy of the waiver within 30 days after the date designated below, and the date on which this request for waiver of summons was sent. I have enclosed a prepaid addressed FedEx label for your use. It was so easy.
Mommy, I like it.
No. You want one of those?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you eat your chicken? Did you? Yeah, he won't pay out if he receives information that he already has. My point. Yeah, that is true. But I do have only me. That is my hometown. So the address that I have for Milltown is not too far from family members' houses, to the point where I've actually told my family, who does not care about any of this shit by any means, have said if they see this man, or boy in this case, technically he's a man, but by brain power he's still a boy, that if they see him, I've actually shown pictures, because guess who popped up on my people you may know on Facebook before I blocked him? I have literally told my family and friends, if you see him, turn the other direction, go the other way, don't contact him, because I don't want it ever coming back on me, because he's already said multiple times that he's looking for evidence that I threatened him. He's not worth the time and effort. But like, it's one of those situations where I have warned my family, who know nothing about this case and really don't give a shit that I have a YouTube channel other than a subscribe and a like here and there, to, if they see him, go the other direction. Because my family lives not too far from one of the addresses that's been provided for him. Yeah, it's almost scary how close they are. So I don't, we don't, yeah. When I have to warn my family to stay away from someone who lives 1,000 miles away from me, it's a problem. So it's like, that is not something that I should have to do. But here we go. So it's like, man up, bro. Man up. If you comply with the request and return the signed waiver, it will be filed with the court and no summons will be served to you. The action will then proceed as if you had been served on the date the waiver is filed, except that you will not be obligated to answer the complaint before 60 days from the date designated below as the date on which this notice is sent, or before 90 days from the date if your address is not in any judicial district of the U.S. Yeah, I shouldn't have to do that, but when you have people online all the time saying, she threatened me, she threatened me, she threatened me, but not actually providing any proof, I don't take chances. I don't threaten people because, one, they ain't worth it, and two, no, because that's just, no. Like, I have better morals and ethics than that. I will laugh at people who make fun of my kid and who I think are just generally being childish. However, we don't threaten around here. And like, this is a we have this channel disclaimer.
The creator does not give medical, legal, or financial advice. You may hear opinions on this channel from the creator and guests that you may not agree with, and that is okay. Everyone is welcome to their own thoughts, views, and opinions, and this is a place for open debate and agreeing to disagree. Thank you. Do not contact anyone discussed in this stream. If you do, you will be blocked from this channel, and then continuously shamed by the creator and the chat for being stupid.
There we go. There's my disclaimer. Don't contact anybody. Yeah, the thing is people are mean for no reason. People go out of their way to be rude to other people in this day and age for no reason. It's like the things that are free in life, the ability to mind your business, stay in your lane, and be kind. Being kind is free. Like, I don't go out of my way to be rude to people. However, if someone drops in my comments and starts talking shit, then they're going to get their 15 minutes of fame because it's entertainment. However, yeah, I don't play it all the time because I used to play it all the time when I first made it, but it's like I shouldn't have to. Don Hall, fascinating take on PTSD, medical cure, book The Invisible Machine by Jamie Mustard, used by VA but not offered without insistence. That's fascinating because I am going to, in the next few days, be jumping down this rabbit hole. So, like, we still have content from, like, I still have cases to catch up on from Florida. Zachary Young suing the Associated Press and all of that stuff for defamation after suing CNN for defamation and winning. I still haven't caught up on that case from months ago. I still haven't even finished watching the first trial on this channel, which was in January. We started watching it in February. We still haven't finished it. So, like, I'm so behind on content because I keep dropping down these freaking rabbit holes. But this is one that I feel is important because I feel like I have insight on this. I do not have PTSD, nor have I ever been diagnosed with PTSD. However, I do use VA healthcare, and I do use VA healthcare for mental health care. And I do know that if you are not proactive about your treatment, you will you will fall through the cracks of the you will fall through the cracks of the VA system. And yeah, I'm always lurking. Well, welcome to the chat. It's good to see you. I do love when the lurkers say hi, though, because a lot of y'all are super awesome, and, like, just say hi. This is the case that keeps on giving and giving and giving. Yeah, it's like herpes. Shit don't go away. This should have, the first case should have been done by now. It was supposed to be set for trial August 25th. It is September 29th. It should have been done by now. It should have been done. And hey, Snowflower, how are you? Good to see you. All right. If you do not return the signed waiver within the time indicated, I will take appropriate steps to effect formal service in a manner authorized by federal rules of civil procedure, and will then, to the extent authorized by those rules, ask the court to require you or the party on whose behalf you are addressed to pay the full cost of such service. In that connection, please read the statement concerning the duty of parties to waive the service of summons, which is set forth on the reverse side or at the foot of the waiver form. Like, signed by Randy, enclosures, waiver of service of summons, complaint, FedEx stamped, self-addressed, label prepared. Ugh. Waiver of service of summons. So this would be what he would sign. I have received your request to waive service of summons in this action along with a copy of the complaint, 2 copies of this waiver form, and a prepaid means of returning one signed copy of the form to you, which is the attached prepaid FedEx return label. I, or the entity I represent, agree to save the expense of serving a summons and complaint in this case. I understand that I, or the entity I represent, will keep all defenses or objections to the lawsuit, the court's jurisdiction, and the venue of the action, but I will waive any objections to the absence of a summons or of service. I also understand that I, or the entity I represent, must file and serve an answer or a motion under Rule 12 within 60 days from August 17th, the date when this request was sent. If I fail to do so, a default judgment will be entered against me or the entity I represent. Just duty to avoid unnecessary expenses of serving a summons. Rule 4 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure requires certain defendants to cooperate in saving unnecessary expenses of serving a summons and complaint. A defendant who is located in the U.S. and fails to return a signed waiver of service requested by a plaintiff located in the U.S. will be required to pay the expenses of service unless the defendant shows good cause for the failure. And here's the thing. Does he have to pay, and this is a question for the chat or anybody who knows more than me. This is, how many times has he tried to be served? That's a lot. He have to pay for every single one? Yeah, Discovery is coming soon. I can't wait for that circus of clowns. Yeah, and I'm really hoping the judge is like, F this, we're done. Like, we're done with any more delays, any more stupidity. Like, you're done. And hey, Mom. Sorry, everyone that said hi to me. I was driving and listening to my daughter. Yeah, drive safe. Because people, it rained a little bit, and people act like they've never driven in the rain here. It's South Georgia, y'all. Like, we're Florida without the beaches. Same weather in the summer. When it rains once a day, at least. Like, humid as hell. But people still act like they don't know how to drive in the rain. Good cause does not include a belief that the lawsuit is groundless or that it has been brought in an improper venue or the court has no jurisdiction over this matter or over the defendant or the defendant's property. If the waiver is signed and returned, you can still make these and all other defenses and objections, but you cannot object to the absence of a summons or of service. If you waive service, then you must, within the time specified on the waiver form, serve an answer or a motion under Rule 12 on the plaintiff and file a copy with the court. By signing and returning the waiver form, you are allowed more time to respond than if the summons had been served. Yeah. What you got there? Oh. Oh, hold on. I have to go clean up a mess really quick. Taking an intermission. She just brought me a toy covered in ketchup. So we have to go, I had to go investigate. I will be back in a quick second. Sorry for the interruption, but mom life comes first.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals that take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The glass so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again.
thank you for your patience.
I don't like it.
I appreciate it so much. No, ma'am. She acts like she's never eaten before, but then when she's given food, she didn't make a huge mess. So it was a plus. Oh, I think that's... She's going through my desk drawers. Okay, go on. Go on, baby. You can't go through my desk drawers right now, boo. You want these?
No.
Okay. You want these?
No.
Okay, then I can't help you right now. I'm not letting you go through my desk drawer. Sorry. Fun time in times with my child and my daughter when little tried to clean the bathroom floor with toothpaste and baby powder. We haven't exactly had that. We haven't had that. Yeah, we haven't had anything like that. This is a break to do a ketchup cleanup on aisle baby squid. Yes. Luckily she just took her toy and dipped it in the ketchup. But she didn't make a huge mess. So we're good. Like we're good. All right, so that is the situation that we find ourselves, and it was returned, refused service. I mean, it's not hard to just for me, it's not. It doesn't seem like it's so hard to just man up. Yes, you may not like that you're being served, and you may think the lawsuit is stupid. However, we have seen that you not accepting service is not going to change the fact that you are being sued. This is not just going to go away because Jeremy will sue you. I can't speak for him because him and I don't talk, but I assume that he will just file a lawsuit against you individually, which may be worse for you than this. It's kind of like, I just don't understand why people in this world just have to be, one, have we learned yet, don't talk shit about people on the internet, especially if you have monetized YouTube channels. Don't talk shit about a monetized YouTube channel because you talking shit about them. Yeah, okay, I have the video. I have not uploaded it yet, but I did cut the video. I did actually cut the video and save it of the judge in Florida in the Zachary Young trial. Here, y'all can see what I did. I will show you. This is totally behind the scenes because I'm done editing this part of the video out. I just haven't uploaded it as it's a separate video, but here is my cap cut. So this is the judge in the Zachary Young versus CNN trial. Let's see if it'll.
Tends to harm Lynn's reputation, tends to lower him in the estimation of the community, tends to expose him to hatred, ridicule, or contempt, tends to injure him in his business, reputation, or occupation, tends to deter third persons from associating or dealing with them, or charges that may have committed a crime.
You don't talk shit about people on the internet, especially when it interferes with their business, because if you talk shit about someone on the internet, say someone talked shit about me on the internet, and all of a sudden Jeffrey Montgomery, I'm just using you, she's not screaming in another room, she's playing on her iPad right here. She's playing some game. Say Jeffrey went to another channel and they talked shit about me. And all of a sudden Jeffrey was like, I hate her, she's an awful person, and unsubscribed to me. Well, say if he did it and 50 other people did it, and that's ad revenue that I'm out. This is a small subset of Jeremy's issues. A tiny subset, and I'm using me as an example. it's one of those situations where you just, by talking shit about me and them and people who watch your channel who also might have watched mine, believing you, and now they no longer want to do business. So whatever super chats, ad revenue, memberships I might lose, Angel, because of the fact that somebody randomly went and talked crap about me. I'm a very small channel. I have 4,100 subscribers, but Jeremy 700,000. So you can see $10, $15 of ad revenue for me, not necessarily a suable offense, but I can, when you put it on the internet, and you can literally compare when people talked shit with your ad revenue. Like, YouTube analytics provide a lot of information, and you can literally see when people send stuff of this person talked crap about you or this person did this, or you can literally see the timestamp of what and the time and date on their live stream or their video compared to when you started losing subscribers or when you started losing sponsors. It's not hard to prove, and that's what I don't think that people are realizing, how easy it is to prove that how very simple it is to prove using timestamps and YouTube analytics of you interfering with someone's business. And there was actually a gator found in a basement of a home in near downtown Milwaukee. So, take that one how you will. Yeah. It's just a well, I know you would never rage quit. I know, but I'm just saying in general, because there was a time and place when I lost about 50 subscribers because someone was talking crap about me. So I saw my income drop because of the fact, and I only have 4,000 subscribers. So like, if you compare that and you take, me 50 subscribers compared to Jeremy's 700,000, and I'm sure he can show you the analytics too. It's not hard to prove the correlation. And yes, correlation does not always equal causation. However, with YouTube analytics, it's a pretty damn big connection. And YouTube analytics will provide you from everything to how many people are watching that are not subscribed. And about 25% of you are not subscribed. So if you enjoy this content right here and would like to subscribe, please do. To how many age groups of people, male, female, like how many super chats they've sent. Like you analytics will show you a lot if you start diving. Yeah, 50 subscribers, and this was back in the day. This was a while ago. So yeah, baby Squid's not a baby anymore. She's Squidlet. Are you Squidlet?
No.
You're not? Are you baby?
Hi.
It's just one of those situations of like just one of those situations of be careful. This is why we don't talk shit about people on the internet. And you will never know who I like or I don't like based on what I say, I hope. Based on what I say in my streams, except for Fleesa, Bruce, and Milltown's Worst. Those are the only 3 people that you will ever hear me like completely say that I just don't like. So you can't put your head on the wall and then say ow. She needs a brother. No, she doesn't. So you have 20 something subscribers winning at the game you don't even play. I love that. It's just one of those.
Hi.
She is. She's looking at herself. Are you looking at yourself?
Hi.
Who's the cutest person in the world?
Hi.
All right. So it's just a situation about baby Squidlet. Are you a baby Squidlet?
No.
You're a big girl?
Oh.
Uh-oh. 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 What happened? You didn't break it, I promise. It's okay. She kind of looked like what? Okay, Bart. Sorry, y'all. I try to mute myself whenever he starts just screaming because I can't imagine that sounds pleasant in headphones. And now she just does it every time that I try to talk. She talks over me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really trying to talk. Sorry, every time that I talk, she wants to talk with me. Angel, you gotta stay quiet though, okay? No. Yeah, that is, the expert here. How are you? And it was good sushi lunch today. But if I ever have to hear raw and the expert in the same sentence ever again, it'll be too soon. And Jeffrey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Pecuniary advantage, getting the baby on to get super chats and not even asking. Time to get ice cream. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're gonna finish this video. This will be uploaded to my channel as a media, like a video on my to use. Angel. However, back to trimming my just sounds. But as the expert said, and I used expert, you had said this on a stream a long time ago or months ago. However, I've stolen it because I thought it was so good. This is why you just when you talk shit about someone in person, you get punched in the face. When you talk shit about somebody on the internet, you get sued. And it's like, how about we just don't talk shit about people on the internet and we won't have to worry about getting sued. And your life will be a lot less dramatic too if you just don't talk shit about people. Because we just don't talk shit about people. You want to be a better human than that. Angel, you're done. I'm sorry. I can't let you play with the pen because you're writing on everything. Please help. You're fine. No. Stop, please. Hey, I love you. But stop, please. Go get a snack. Yes. All right. So the rest of this is very important too. This was the judge out of the Zachary Young trial. I cannot remember his name, but he is one of my favorite judges. And he's in Florida.
Or uncomplimentary statement is defamatory. The statement is not defamatory merely because it is mean, embarrassing, or upsetting.
Just because someone said that something you don't like does not mean it's defamatory. This judge was explaining this to the jury. Let there be light. But let's replay this thing in its entirety so we can hear this and then think about what happens on YouTube on a daily basis and what's been happening with the What the Hales channel. To Jeremy, not from Jeremy.
The statement is defamatory because the harm life reputation tends to lower him in the estimation of the community, tends to expose him to hatred, ridicule, or contempt, tends to injure him in his business, reputation, or occupation, tends to deter third persons from associating or dealing with them, or charges them committed a crime. Not every unpleasant or uncomplimentary statement is defamatory. The statement is not defamatory.
Weird. We can't hear him. It's like we're hearing through your speakers to the mic. That's so weird because it's supposed to share even my audio. So, but it is basically saying just because you don't like something doesn't mean it's defamatory. And just because it is defamatory if it you wrote on yourself. Yes, that's what happens when we use a pen. Pen. Yes. I will upload it, or I will have it on my channel next stream, and we will play it tomorrow. Of what is defamation and what is not, because he lays it out amazingly. And the video is done. It's done being cut. I just downloaded it somewhere and I don't know where I put it. So, oh, here we go. Let me see if I can upload it real quick to more. Add a file. I found it. You ever have so much stuff and you try to be organized and then you forget that you were organized when you did something? That's kind of how my day, like how today is going. Yeah, an opinion is never defamation. Yeah, yes. Ish. Was expert wearing a bra on his head again with white Carrie last time it happened. I see BM appeared in the middle of the house. Oh no. Yeah, it's interesting. Boo-boo. Hi. You're adorable, but you're loud.
A statement is defamatory if it tends to harm plaintiff's reputation, tends to lower him in the estimation of the community, tends to expose him to hatred, ridicule, or contempt, tends to injure him in his business, reputation, or occupation, tends to deter third persons from associated or dealing with him, or charges that the plaintiff committed a crime. Not every unpleasant or uncomplimentary statement is defamatory. A statement is not defamatory merely because it is mean, embarrassing, or upsetting.
The Florida law definition of defamation. So it's yes, truth is an absolute defense to defamation. However, when you talk crap and you don't have any proof to back it up, that's a problem. So, oh. All right. Oh boy. Oh, John is in the chat. Oh, John, have you gotten a lawyer yet? Dude, you need a lawyer. You really need a lawyer. You really need a lawyer. Everybody really needs a lawyer because this system is complicated. All right. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. Remember, we will be back tomorrow with some of the stuff, the drama side of things that I don't. People have to explain to me in very layman's terms. Angel, please don't do that. No. Oh, okay. I have to not get knocked out by an Apple Watch charger.
No.
The defamation requires the lie and the intent to cause harm by spreading the lie. Yeah, and he was literally reading the Florida definition statute to the jury in that video. So it's yeah, and Mama Squid, that's why I've told you multiple times to hire a lawyer, but someone doesn't want to listen to me. So that's a you problem, not a me problem. So, well, hello, now goodbye. Yeah, I know. It's a thing. And I'm getting to the point with chat. I love you guys, but we're getting to the point where if we have to repeat this more than once, we're gonna start timing people out. My mods have been instructed to time people out for 24 hours, no questions asked. It doesn't matter if you're like on this channel every day or you've never been to this channel before. So yeah, we're because my thought process is just because I don't personally like someone's opinion on stuff or what they've done, they're not going to want to talk to me, and I'm never going to learn why they have the opinion that they have if they don't feel welcome when they come to chat. So we don't talk shit about people. Y'all can talk shit about people on your own time, but my chat is not the place to do it. Yeah. Neener, I haven't been kicked. Well, everybody's about to be kicked because we are going to get out of here. I'm just going to see if there's a place I can send y'all. Because somebody is oh yes. So Spawn Trooper is live right now, so we'll go over there and see what he's up to. However, that being said, I will be back tomorrow with Spawn and my pretty for the Pretty Petty and Spawn show. And then Friday, mark it on your calendars, y'all. We're reading the US's motion to release the Epstein grand jury transcripts and the judge's order on why. We've seen the headlines from the left, we've seen the headlines from the right, but no one's actually bothered to mention that this order was 14 pages. I looked it up because I have a Pacer account. I went on Pacer, paid for the documents, and depending on how everybody feels about that, we can go into. I have information, like I have transcripts of depositions in that case. I have stuff, and it's yeah. And if everybody's interested in wanting to see that, we can, but that'll be Friday at 5 p.m. We can start going into it because I can't make someone release documents, but I can sure as shit put pressure on people. And there's also been rumors that some of the victims are in witness protection, and that's why they can't be released, because you'll put those people's lives in danger, and I am never about putting people's lives in danger. However, we need to cut through the bullshit and see if it's actual legal standing or political grandstanding and like partisan politics. I'm not I'm not about reading headlines. I'm about when I saw someone post the first page of the document and I actually looked up the case number, I was like, oh, this isn't a new case that they brought. It's just an extra document on the same 2019 U.S. versus Jeffrey Epstein. And I have a whole shit ton of documents. And if y'all want me to read them and get them, I can, because it's a rabbit hole, but it's a rabbit hole that I'm willing to go down if y'all want to come with me. Just bring your climbing gear or your catapult or slingshots or something to get us out of this. Anyway, y'all have a great day. I'm gonna send y'all over to Spawn. He is on. I don't know what he's talking about today. I haven't talked to him all day except for to say that I was going live. So y'all have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. And if anything happens, I will keep you posted with a community post or something on my Twitter. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.